All right, Omo family. So this is what we're going to be talking about is drinking alcohol and how to input it. So when it comes down with alcohol, you have to remember that for every, let's see if I can do this animation stuff. So for carbohydrates, there is 4 calories for every carb. There is 4 calories for proteins. There is 4 calories, or I'm sorry, let's make this 9 calories for fat. And then for alcohol, there is 7 calories, okay? Remember that because when it comes down to alcohol calories, those are what we consider empty calories. They do nothing for us except get us drunk. But when it comes down with alcohol calories, I like to subtract the alcohol calories from one of these food groups, and it's mostly going to be carbohydrates. So what we're going to do is we're going to take calories from our carbohydrates into take that away. So if you ever go out and plan to go out to eat or anything along those lines, what you're going to want to do is, okay, back to here. So what you're going to want to do is first plan it out, okay? If you know that it's going to be one of those nights with the friends, I'm just going to be completely honest with you, try not to have any carbohydrates for the entire day, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're mainly going to focus on your proteins, and you're just going to mainly focus on proteins and your focus on proteins. Where's my drawing one? I'm getting really nifty with this guy here. So you're going to just mostly focus on your protein stuff and your vegetables, and that is it. Proteins and vegetables. But remember, we don't necessarily log in the vegetables so much. So what we're going to look at right now is we're going to be looking at how to enter the alcohol in there. So the big thing when you look at is with alcohol is that you want to stick with clear liquids. You want to avoid wine and beer. Again, I'm going to say this, you want to avoid wine and beer. The thing is, when it comes down with beer or wine, if you ever look at the caloric intake of beer, not necessarily the crappy beer, but like the really good ones, let's see here, like Oktoberfest, you'll see it has 170 calories, okay? And that's going to include some carbs. It's going to mostly include all carbs, and it's also going to include alcohol as well, too. So, and that'll be the same thing when it comes down with wine. And with wine, we never drink 5 ounces of wine. I could trust you that you're going to be getting a lot more than a glass of wine. So what you want to stick with is that you want to stick with mostly clear liquids, and those are going to be your vodkas. And then you want to also, and some things that I also like to drink are those spike spritzers, just basically flavored water with alcohol in it. Those are probably the 2 best that I could get. Vodka and tonics vodka and diet tonic is great. Vodka and any type of 0-calorie drink is great. Remember, tonic does have sugar in it, so keep that in mind. And when it comes down to entering it, this is what you're going to be using, and you're going to enter it before you go out, and you're going to keep track of how many drinks you have. So, for instance, when you look at my food here, you notice my carbohydrates right now, I only had about 4 carbs, and what we're looking at is 172 grams of carbs. Now, if I were to spend all my carb calories for alcohol calories, what we're looking at is every drink. We're going to go to add food. We're going to go to every drink we're going to be adding. And when you type it in here, I want you to put in this entry here, TKN alcohol, TKN alcohol. Okay, do a search. TKN alcohol. The reason why I like TKN alcohol entry is because for every 1 shot, it's going to be 100 calories. So if we're going to do this, 1 serving is 1 calorie, and 100 servings, that's going to be 100 calories. Add this to the diary, and then what you're going to notice with that 1 shot, it's taking now 25 grams out of my caloric intake, and it's also taking it out of my carbohydrates. So now, if you think about it, 25 grams per 1 drink. Keep that in mind. So if you do plan on going out and you're like, okay, I'm going to have about 4 or 5 drinks, make sure it falls within the lines of no beer, no wine, and it goes into clear alcohol like your vodkas, and it's combined with a 0-calorie drink or one of those Trulies or Spike Seltzers or those tonic waters that have any type of alcohol in it and has some like artificial flavoring or something. So that is how you're going to enter your alcohol in. Remember, TKN alcohol, it's going to have take away from those carbohydrates. All right, and that's pretty much it. That's how you enter in your alcohol. Make sure to remember alcohol is going to be something like alcohol is calories, and we want to make sure those calories also come and taken away from our carbohydrates.